Hello everybody, this is SuperFang99. Before we begin, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. With that out of the way, today we're going to be playing Dealings in the Dark scenario on Scarlet Keys. Alright, let's just get into it. Let's start with our opening hands. So, Kaimani will draw Lucky Cigarette Case, Leo DeLuca, Manual Dexterity, Agent Fletcher, which gets replaced, Stealth, and Grappling Hook. Well, um, I think we're keeping Leo for sure. We're keeping Stealth for sure. I think we'll also keep the Lucky Cigarette Case and also the Grappling Hook. Ugh, we're running a little low on money. I think we'll let the Grappling Hook go and hope for some more economy. So we have Honed Instinct and Dr. Derry Irwan. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, as for Daryl, he will draw Gumption, Dr. Mylan, Old Keyring, Shed a Light, and Empirical Hypothesis. That is a very, very good opening hand. So we're going to keep our assets for sure. Um, Honestly, I might just keep this whole hand. It sounds weird, but I think I am. Yeah, I'm going to keep it all. All right, let's begin with the story for Dealings in the Dark. File 21F, subject class green. Real identity Shaheen Eze. Last known location Constantinople, Turkey. Description: Subject 21F, hereinafter Lady in Vermilion Veil, or her real name, Eshe Shaheen, is a woman of Turkish descent, 34 years of age, approximately 161 centimeters in height. It is unknown whether the subject is a redacted or a disguise or false identity. At all times, subject wears traditional hijab of unusual stark red color, likely a redacted object designating coterie membership. Paradimensional capabilities. Lady in Vermilion Veil appears to either possess no such capabilities or has successfully hidden such capabilities from Foundation intelligence. Sightings. Ece Shaheen is a well-known and renowned art collector and museum curator operating in the Turkish and Islamic Arts Museum in Constantinople. She is either redacted, or is, for all intents and purposes, a normal, everyday person. Note, leadership is under assumption redacted. Approach procedure. Ece has already reached out to Foundation envoys, dispatched to confront and question intentions. Gulls cry out as you cross the Galata Bridge, what many would call the link between the traditional city of Constantinople and the districts of Galata, Beyoğlu, Sizli, and Harbiye, where a large proportion of foreign merchants and diplomats live and work. Since you know where you are headed and time and secrecy are of the essence, you decide against hiring a translator and head directly to the Suleimaniani complex, where the target of your investigation, a Miss Ece Shaheen, supposedly works. Miss Shaheen has made a name for herself in several fields of academia, specifically in the fields of antiquity and art history. According to your intel, she works as a curator in the recently established Turkish and Islamic Arts Museum. But to your surprise, your case files include a wealth of other information about Miss Shaheen, from her schooling all the way back to her early life. All of this points to one of two conclusions. Either she is not in hiding like the other members of the coterie, or she has crafted an extensive cover story. According to your intel, Miss Shaheen has already reached out to the Foundation by way of an offer of introduction. It could be a trap, but if she truly wishes to meet, you can't turn down such an opportunity. Thankfully, her office is not difficult to find. The door marked with her name and full title in Turkish and several other languages. You knock and she bids you to enter, which you do with much caution, eyes instinctively darting to every one of the room's corners and hiding places. The room is warm and richly decorated. The walls covered in beautiful tapestries and paintings of many styles ranging from hundreds of years old to very recent, and shelves filled to the brim with a variety of colorful ceramics, glassware, and old musty texts. Greetings, Miss Shaheen says with a warm smile that seems to brighten the room. She is a young woman with dark tan skin, hazel eyes, and the wispy figure of one who has spent her entire life in academia. What can I do for you? You inform Miss Shaheen that you received her earlier communications and her desire to meet with you, which she takes a moment to interpret before her eyes go wide. Oh, so you are. She clears her throat and does not finish that train of thought. I see. Then in that case, please sit down. We have much to discuss. You tell Miss Shaheen that she can start by explaining her involvement with the coterie. Your eyes catch her shifting uncomfortably in her seat at the mention of the organization's name. The coterie is involved with a great many things all over the world, as you likely already know, she says, choosing each word delicately. But our goals are not so different from your own. I have spent many years as a researcher for the organization, searching for the very same things your employers seek. Objects of arcane power that can be used to defend humanity from the threats we cannot see. Read only if one key is bound to Investigator, which they are. You reveal your key and show it to Miss Shaheen, wondering if this is one of these artifacts she speaks of. I see you are already in possession of one such object. Where did you acquire this? You tell Miss Shaheen that you recovered this key before one of her colleagues could cause further harm with it. Key, is that what you call them? Interesting, but not surprising. They have been called many things by many people throughout human history. Your terminology is apropos. They are the key to unlock power from other realms, power enough to save the world or to doom it, or to control humanity, you note aloud. Miss Shaheen sighs. You are not wrong, but I assure you, not all of us within the Kotor would use them for such purposes. There are those, like myself, who wish only to use them for the good of others. You ask Miss Shaheen why you should trust her, given the actions of the coterie in other places around the world. Ours is not an organization with a leader or a hierarchy, she explains. We operate independently in furtherance of a unified goal. But some, she swallows hard with a shudder, some employ methods I do not agree with. Methods which disgust and, if I'm being wholly honest, terrify me. You still don't know if Miss Shaheen is telling the truth, but there's no point in not hearing her out. You ask her what the situation in Constantinople is, and why she has sought an audience with the Foundation. Istanbul, she corrects you. The people of Istanbul no longer refer to this city by that name. You make a note to yourself to refer to the city only as Istanbul from here on out. One of the relics you have been searching for is here, in Istanbul. It is one I have been seeking for many years, a talisman bound to a powerful entity, what some might call a genie, or in the traditional sense, the only kind of non-human entity with the capability to exercise free will. Judging from Miss Shaheen's clinical definition, you wonder aloud if Miss Shaheen believes this to be true. A genie? No, I do not believe this talisman is bound to a genie. I suspect its master is something even more powerful and inhuman, something not of Earth at all, and the two of us are not the only ones looking for it. After the Great War and the dismantling of the Ottoman Empire, many records were thrown into chaos, but many more emerged into obscurity, including those pertaining to this talisman. The other group searching for it, the things they have done in search of this knowledge. Her face pales, and she struggles to keep her composure. They'll do anything to get their hands on it. Murder and torture are just tools to them. I hate to think of what sort of heinous acts these villains would commit if they managed to obtain it. And the worst part is, I believe one of my cohorts may be the one pulling the strings. I am so close to finding it, but if they find it first. You understand now why Miss Shaheen came to you. If one of the coterie is behind this cult's actions, she could not go to them with this information. Still, lingering doubt toils in your mind. Please, she pleads with you, find the talisman before this cult does. I do not wish to see what entity it is they worship. I'll do what I can to help you if you place the talisman into my care afterward. In return, I promise never to relinquish it to the control of the other, more dangerous members of my organization. It will remain safe and tethered in my control. I cannot guarantee the same should you wield it yourself. Please, we are on the same side, I assure you. The investigators must decide. We will find it and place it in your care. We'll find it and place it in your care we're lying. Or we'll track down this talisman, but we will be taking it into our custody. So, interestingly, this is the one time where I'm not going to choose the full trustworthy option because of the route that I have planned is down to the time. So, unfortunately, I will choose we will track down the talisman, but we will be taking it into our custody. At intro 4. I see. Ege's face falls, downcast. I was truly hoping our two organizations could work together. After all, we share the same goal. But, she sighs, I suppose your honesty is still appreciated. After all the scheming and plotting, I prefer that to the alternative. You ask where this puts the two of you, hoping you won't have to fight a war on two fronts. Look, I was telling you the truth. I only want to prevent the talisman from falling into the hands of those who would use it to harm humanity. I hope that I put my trust in the right people, but if you're unwilling to keep it in my protective custody, she fidgets with her pen. For all I know, you're here for the same reasons they are. I won't get in your way, but I cannot in good faith help you if you intend to keep the key without supervision. You try to protest, but you don't have much of a leg to stand on. You chose not to trust her, so her decision not to trust you is equally valid. Of course, you would only use the keys you acquired to protect humanity, but you have nothing other than your word to give her. Your best bet is to start your search in places that were not sacked when the Ottomans invaded the city in the 15th century. The university may also be a useful resource for you. She stands and escorts you to the door, wishing you luck. The door shuts behind you, without another word. In your campaign log, record the cell refused Ege's offer. Proceed to setup. Gather all cards from the following encounter sets: Dealings in the Dark, Agents of Yuggoth, Dark Veiling, Ancient Evils, Dark Cult, Locked Door, and the Midnight Masks. These sets are indicated by floating icons. When gathering the Midnight Masks, we just find the 2 times False Lead and 3 times Hunting Shadows. So here are our encounter sets. We have Dealings in the Dark, Agents of Yuggoth, Dark Veiling, Ancient Evils, Dark Cult, Locked Door, Midnight Masks, and of course we will be shuffling in one of the 3 of the people that we have not seen the last of. You. Okay. Put the double-sided, the unveiling, the unsealing story card into play next to the scenario reference card. The unveiling side face up. So here's that card. Check how much time has passed in the campaign log. 24 time has passed for us. So place clues on the unveiling equal to the number of investigators. So that's 2 clues. Put the following locations into play: Hagia Sophia, Istanbul University, Obelisk of Theodosius, and Galata. Hagia Sophia must be on the right side of the play area. See next page for location placement. So here are our locations. We both begin playing Hagia Sophia. Check the campaign log. We have refused Ege's offer, so we remove Ege Shaheen from the game. Set the following cards aside out of play: each of the 7 Grand Bazaar locations, the Umbral Harbinger enemy, the Emissary from Yuggoth enemy, the Galata Docks location, the Twisted Antiprism key, and the Chase Act/Agenda card. So that is all of these cards. Gather each decoy mini card in each of the following mini cards: 3 times Acolyte any, Wizard of the Order, Sinister Aspirants A, B, and C, and the Emissary from Yuggoth. Set them aside out of play. That is all of these. Shuffle the remaining encounter cards to build the encounter deck. One at a time in player order, each investigator discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a cultist enemy. Each investigator draws the enemy they discarded, resolving its concealed keyword as granted by Agenda 1A. After all investigators have performed this step, shuffle each other discarded card back into the encounter deck. You are now ready to begin. Alright, so I'm going to shuffle up. We will do that and we will be right back. Alright, I shuffled our encounter deck, so we'll discard cards until we get 2 cultist enemies. Acolytes. And a Sinister Aspirant B. Alright. I will resolve those concealed keywords and I'll be right back. We are now ready to begin. Agenda 1A, Agents of the Dark. The cult operating in Istanbul is secretive and deadly, with eyes everywhere and ears in every dark corner of the city. Each non-weakness cultist enemy gains Concealed 1. Forced, after you evade a cultist enemy, return it to the shadows and resolve its concealed keyword. Take control of one of its clues. 4 Doom Threshold. Act 1A, Search for the Manuscript. According to Mishaheen, the talisman has been hidden somewhere in the city for many hundreds of years. You must not let it fall into the cult's hands. Objective: find the talisman before the cult does. If either the cult or investigators at any locations possess the requisite number of clues as a group, advance. Do not spend any clues when you advance. Total of 8 clues. We are playing on standard difficulty. We have 2 skulls, which are a minus X. X is the highest number of clues on a cultist enemy in play to a maximum of 3. If it is Act 3, X is 3. We have 3 cultists, which are all a minus 5. You may place a doom on the nearest cultist enemy to change this token's modifier to a minus 1. And we have 4 tablets, which are on -3. If you fail, place one of your clues on your location. We also have the unveiling in play. Forced. After one or more doom is placed on a cultist enemy, flip them to their clue side. If an enemy has 3 or more clues on it, move the clues in excess of 3 to clues unveiled below. The number of clues possessed by the cult is equal to the total number of clues on cultist enemies in play, plus the number of clues on clues unveiled below. So currently there's 2 clues on it, and as well as there's 1 clue on the Acolyte right now, for a total of 3. We are starting in the Hagia Sophia. Originally built as a cathedral, the Hagia Sophia Grand Mosque is one of the most iconic buildings in the entire world and the epitome of Byzantine architecture. Having survived the city's numerous transformations throughout the ages, this holy place may contain a wealth of information pertinent to your investigation, if you know where to look. 2 shroud, 1 per clues. Hagia Sophia gets +1 shroud for each study token on it. As an action, place 1 per investigator clues on Hagia Sophia from the token pool. Place a resource on Hagia Sophia, also from the token pool, as a study token. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start with Daryl this time so I don't forget short supply. So, 1, 2, wow, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, we got rid of 2 weaknesses. Again, I'm getting really, I swear, I'm getting very, very lucky on this Doom stuff. Alright, then Daryl shall go. So Daryl will play Dr. Mylan Christopher for 4 resources. He is then going to investigate. He is 6 to 2. That's a tablet, which is a -3. We do not fail. We get a clue. We get a resource, which we will spend as our last action to play this empirical hypothesis. Alright, Kaimani, you're not going to look because you're going to gain a resource. And then you're going to play Leo DeLuca. You have 2 actions left. You are going to gain 2 more resources. Alright, end of the enemy phase. Sinister Aspirant gets a clue. And we go to upkeep. Kaimani will draw, kicking the Hornet's Nest. Daryl will draw a deduction. Alright, 1 doom out of 4. The cultists, they currently control 4 clues, and they need 8. So do we. Kaimani draws false lead. That will surge. Figures in the dark. Peril. If there are no enemies in the shadows, it's blah blah blah. Each enemy in the shadows attacks you. That is a damage and a horror. We'll take that. On to Leo. Daryl will draw Hunting Shadow. I guess we'll just spend the clue. Yeah. Okay. Kaimani's going to go first. They are going to look at their underworld market. Derringer and a pickpocketing. We are absolutely taking the pickpocketing. Spending a resource. Putting this on bottom. Okay. They're going to fast play the pickpocketing. And they're going to evade here. 5 to 2. Elder Sign, we succeed. We'll choose this one. It's a decoy. We did not technically evade an enemy, so nothing else happens. We'll do it again. 5 to 2. Cultist. Oh, God. -5. So we are 5. So we're at 0. I am planning to get these clues, so I'll put one on this Acolyte to make it success. It is an Acolyte. This guy will spawn with us. And this is forced, right? After you evade a cultist enemy, return to the shadows as well as concealed carry, take control of those clues. Okay, third action, we will actually evade this acolyte this time. We are 5-2 again. Skull is a -2. We succeed by 1. So we will evade the acolytes. We get one of its clues. And we resolve concealed 1. Just gonna put these here. Okay, so we know the Sinister Aspirant is somewhere in these 3 here. We did evade an enemy, so pickpocketing will trigger. We only evaded by... We succeeded by 1. So we will use that to gain a resource. That was evade, 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 and... I think we'll just evade again. Yeah, let's evade again. Actually, no. If we draw the acolyte... Oh, it's exhausted still, right? Yeah, sure. So we're evading again, 5-2. -1 is a decor. Okay, cool. So we know they're both there. All right, Daryl, you're going to move over here to the obelisk of Theodosius. Originally brought to the city from Egypt by the Romans, the obelisk looms ominously over a Sultanate square. Its inscription commemorates the triumphs of conquerors past. 3 Shroud 1 precludes victory 1. Force. After you fail a skill test while investigating the obelisk of Theodosius, move one of your clues to the nearest cultist enemy. Okay. Second action, I'll spend a resource to play this old keyring. Then we'll investigate with the old keyring. And sure, yeah, okay, yes. No, actually, no. So, third action, I'm going to get a resource. No, actually, I think it's worth to just investigate. I'm just going to investigate normal, though. We are 6-3. 0, we get a clue. We also succeed by 3, so we get an evidence. Alright. Enemy phase, that guy gets a clue. Let's go to upkeep. Kaimani will draw. I'll take that. Gain a resource. Daryl will draw a crafty. Gain a resource. Oh, also, Dr. Mylan would have given us another resource. 2 doing amount of 4. Kaimani will draw a locked door. We'll put that on Hagia Sophia, and we will take a picture. Daryl's encounter card is an Ancient Evils. Alright. Okay. So, Kamani, I think you need to deal with these concealed cards, obviously. Yep. This should be ready. So Kamani is going to move over here. You're going to evade one of these concealed cards. You're currently 5-3. That'll have to do. Tablet is a -3, and you place one of your clues down, huh? Alright. Okay. Okay, third action. God. Okay, I'm going to play this stealth for safety. No, I did not look at the things. It's fine. We're going to evade with stealth. Zero. Yep. Yeah. We'll choose this one. Sinister Aspirant B. Good. Then we have a fourth action, which we will use to evade. We're 5 to 4. Daryl will spend an evidence to go 5 to 2. Skull is a -2, so we succeed by 1, which is not enough to play I'll Take That, but it does evade. So we get this clue, we do evade him, return him to the shadows, resolve concealed 1. We did evade somebody, so pickpocketing will trigger. And we'll use that to gain a resource. Only succeed by 1. Alright, that was their turn. Daryl. I think you're gonna... yeah. You're gonna old keyring and commit this gumption. You're going 5, 6 to 0. Cultist is a -5, so we succeed by 0. Both clues because it was Shroud 0. Second action, you're going to move to Galata, I think. The ancient Galata Tower looms over the well-traveled district, where tourists and residents intermingle. You pass several embassies, warehouses, and commercial buildings for business, both local and foreign. One of the district's older buildings may have once hid the talisman, perhaps even the famed Galata Tower itself. 3 shroud, 1 per. Free trigger. Spend 3 resources. Parlay. Expose a concealed mini card at any location. Group limit once per round. It has 2 clues on it. Oh, also, we got a clue from Dr. Mylan because we successfully investigated. Sorry, we got a resource from Dr. Mylan. Our third action is going to be to play Crafty. Alright, enemy phase. This guy gets a clue. Oh, no, he's not ready, so he doesn't get a clue. Good. Okay, let's go to upkeep. Okay. Kaimani will draw. Backstab. Daryl will draw. Ruin Film. We have no evidence on us. Huh. Yeah. So he will take 4 horror. 1 of that will go on Dr. Mylan. The other 3 will go on himself. It's not the worst in the world. And we get a resource. Okay, we are advancing. In the shadow of void light. The daylight dims, and you strain your eyes to examine why. A strange black shape has begun to crawl its way over the outline of the sun. An eclipse? Whatever this cult is up to, better stop it soon. In player order, each investigator must choose. Either place a clue from the token pool on Clues Unveiled, or search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy and draw it. If no cultist enemies are found, place a clue in Cultist Unveiled instead. Shuffle the encounter deck if it is searched. I do think that there's a point where we just need to try and go, and we might just not be able to do it. So I'm just going to have them both place clues on the unveiling. Yeah, because we really don't have a way to kill them. I guess we do a backstab now. I think for now we'll put it on. Yeah. For each eclipse that was on this agenda when it advanced, an investigator must resolve the above effect in additional time. Flip this agenda back over and place a resource on it as an eclipse. It keeps each other eclipse as well. Okay. Kaimani's card is another Acolyte. It has concealed 1. Let's just do this again. So the cult currently has 7 clues, so they're 1 away. As in, this guy's going to get 1 right now. I will also take a picture of him. So if we draw another cultist, this might be it. Daryl will draw mysterious chanting. Well, so 2 Doom, we'll just put it on that Acolyte. We'll put it on this one, actually. And, hey, the cultists control enough clues on the unveiling. So we advance. Manuscript discovered. If the investigators know, if the cult, you discover what you believe to be the talisman's resting place and find it already torn apart, resting on the ground nearby, a torn up manuscript, which you hastily begin to restore. Resolve the keyword, concealed keyword on each nominate's cultist enemy not already in the shadow, so that's none of them. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and the set aside Umbral Harbinger and Emissary from Yuggoth enemies into the encounter deck. Proceed to Act 2 setup in the campaign guide. Okay, so first let's shuffle in these enemies. Shuffle these in. Do. I'm probably honestly not going to be able to beat them at this, so y'all know what I need to do. Act 2 setup in the campaign guide. Set each of the current locations aside without discarding any cards or tokens from those locations. Those locations, along with cards and tokens at those locations, are not considered to be in play during Act 2, but will re-enter play later in the same state. Investigators are not defeated during this process. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so I'm not gonna move them off this because I'm not gonna be able to put them back. So I'm gonna put them right here for now, and then we'll continue from there. Shuffle the 7 Grand Bazaar locations that were set aside. Let me get those. And remove one of them at random, I believe. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to remove this one. Don't know what that is. Put the remaining 6 Grand Bazaar locations. Sorry. Reveal a random token for the Chaos bag. Find the diagram below that matches the real Chaos token. If none match, retry. Whatever. +1. Okay. Oh, it's the normal one. Okay. +1 is this one. So we put them into play like that, I believe. Yep. Move each investigator to the Grand Bazaar location marked as the entrance, which is this one. Shuffle together each concealed mini cards on the 4 locations from Act 1 and distribute them evenly among all the locations. So, I'm doing that right now. Trust me. Okay, here are. We actually had 6, so it was a perfect amount. You're now ready to proceed to Act 2. So yeah. Alright, Act 2. Search for the talisman. According to the manuscript, the talisman was discovered somewhat recently by a third party and brought it to the Grand Bazaar as a valuable item to be sold. You cannot let that happen. Objective: find the talisman before the cult does. If either the cult or the investigators possess the amount of clues, do not spend them. 8 per. So 16. The cult currently has 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, and that was Daryl's encounter card. So now we can begin at this Grand Bazaar. The bustling streets of the bazaar's domed interior are dense with stalls and traders selling all manners of goods from jewelry and clothes to carpets and furniture. Somewhere in this labyrinthine market lies the key you and your enemies search for. But where? To show one clue. The fighter of Vadish concealed a mini card of this location by 2. Okay. Okay, it's their turns now. I guess we'll have Daryl go first. Daryl's going to investigate. He's 6-2. Wow. I guess I'll just fail. That's fine. Let's go again. 6-2. Ooh, okay, we get an evidence. We also succeed by 3. We'll get this clue. That gives us evidence on the camera. One last time, we'll investigate again to try and find or try to expose. Zero. We will expose this concealed card. It is aspirant B. Okay. So it spawns here, so we can have an engaged Kamani. And it's Kamani's turn. Oof. I think we have to... Yeah, I'm going to do it. Kamani's going to gain a resource. Takes an attack of opportunity, which is a horror. And they're going to play a backstab. Second action. So we're 5-2. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. Yep. +1. Okay. Deal 3 damage, killing this guy. That was our second action. Third action. Move over here. 2-shot, 1 per. While at this location, treat the text box of each weapon asset you control as if it were blank, except for traits. Okay. 1 per clues. Oops. How many clues do we have? We only have 5, and they have 9. Oh, they have 8, actually. Okay. Kamani's last action will be to gain a resource. All right. Let's go to upkeep. Kamani will draw. Okay, another kicking the hornet's nest. Okay. Daryl will draw. Resourceful. Let me check my survivor cards in my discard pile. Gumption. Lucky. That's not bad. Scavenging. Okay, we are 1 doom out of 4. Kaimani will draw. Shadowed. If there are no cultist enemies in play, take a horror and negate surge. Otherwise, find the cultist enemy nearest to you. Place a doom on that enemy and test willpower X. Exit that enemy's fight value. If you fail, take 2 horror. So yeah, we will put a doom on this one to not have it overflow. And we test 3-3 since that's its fight value. -2, we take 2 horror. Daryl's encounter card is another locked door, which is this location, since these locations don't exist right now. And I guess we'll take a picture of that. Okay. Kaimani will start looking at Underworld Market? I guess. Yeah. Disguise and Dirty Fighting. We're not really fighting that much, so I'm just going to put them both on the bottom, I think. Yeah. Okay. We're going to fast evade to expose this concealed card. We are 5-0. Cultist, we succeed by 0. Wow. We expose. It's a Acolyte Any. Okay. I'll take the one with the 3 clues on it. And that was fast. So first action, we are going to evade, I think. Yeah. Let's evade. We're 5 to 2. Tablet is a -3. We succeed by 0. Sure. We will play. I'll take that. Succeeding by 0. So we reduce the cost of this Lucky Cigarette case by 0. Still having to pay 2. But we do get to play it. We get one of his clues and he goes away exhausted. We will also trigger pickpocketing to gain a resource, I think. That was their first action. Second action, let's move over here. Forced, after you expose a decoy at this location, move a clue from this location to the nearest cultist enemy. Okay. Sorry, this concealed card was here. Also, I need to resolve that Acolyte's concealed keyword. And he would have been there. And we'll put one at Daryl. No, we'll put it with Kamani. Okay, so that was fast evade, real evade, move. So 2 actions left. We'll try and expose here, I guess. Yeah, 5 to 3. Sure. -1. Succeed by 1. We'll choose this one. Oh, it's the Acolyte Any. I'll choose this one. Actually, no, I'll choose this one. See by X, at least X, discard that enemy. This one says after you evade. Okay. Yeah, I still get to discard it because it's not replacing anything. So that's good. So we're going to evade as our fourth action. We have 5 using our ability is 7 to 2. Yeah. Skull is a -2. Okay, so we did successfully evade, so we will discard the Acolytes. Also, sorry, we also succeed by 2 or more, so we draw a card. Quick thinking. Discard the Acolytes. Then the things that would say after you evade a cultist enemy would trigger, but it's gone. So we're good. Okay. So that is Kaimani's turn. Daryl. I think you will move twice. 1, 2. Yeah, and then you're going to investigate. Normal. You currently have 6 to 3. No, you're going to use the whole keyring. 6 to 1. Spend an evidence. And then play Shed a Light, spending 2 from Crafty. So you're gonna get 2 additional clues here, which is fine. You get 2 clues, and then 1 clue from somewhere else, which will be this one, which gives you this evidence. You also succeeded by 3, so you get an evidence here. You also successfully investigated, so you get Dr. Violent. Nice. Now it's his turn. All right, let's go to upkeep. Kamani will draw a sneak by. Gain a resource. Daryl will draw lucky 3. Very nice. Gain a resource. Okay, so just checking on our clues. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they have 6. Yay. 2 out of 4 Doom. Kaimani will draw a mysterious chanting. Well, that's unfortunate. So this one gets a clue, and then it will fill over to go onto here. So now they have 1, 2, 3 plus 5 is 8. Daryl will draw Tenebrous Eclipse. No more than one concealed. Oh, put into play next to the agenda deck. No more than one concealed mini card can be exposed by each investigator each round. At the end of the round, discard it. And Daryl will take a picture. Each investigator each round. Okay. So I think we know that these are decoys. Yeah. So Kaimani is going to go first. They're going to Underworld Market. The Derringer or the Mauser. I don't need either of those. They're going to move over here. 3 and 2. As an action, investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, you may play a charm or relic asset from your hand, reducing its cost by 1 for each point you succeed by. That is useless for us. But there are 2 clues. They're going to try and evade 5 to 3. Playing Sneak By to gain 2 money for it. Actually, I guess we'll just use Stealth for this. 5 to 1. Oh no, we can't use Stealth if we're doing Sneak By. That's right. 5 to 3. Tablet is a -3, huh? That's unfortunate. So we do fail. We have to put a clue down. That was our second action. Third action, let's just stealth this time. Sorry, this isn't even an action. We're just doing it fast. 5 to 1. -2. Succeed by 2. So we will Lucky Cigarette Case. Draw a card. It is a Honed Instinct. We will expose this mini card. It is an Acolyte Any. Nice. So actually, they all go away now. Because there are no enemies in the shadows. Alright, so that was 3 actions. No, sorry, that was a fast one. So move, and then real evade. So we will evade. We're currently at a 5 to 2. I'm going to commit Quick Thinking to go 6. Tablet is a -3. We succeed by 1. Unfortunate. So this guy will be evaded. Take control of one of its clues. Resolve concealed keyword. That was third action. So fourth action. We cannot expose again. Oh, also, sorry, we do evade an enemy, so I'll draw a card with it. It is the Devil. Alright. Then we'll play the Devil. It's our fourth action. Okay. Daryl. You're going to try and expose. You're 6 to 3. I'm actually going to commit this resourceful, I think. Yeah, 7 to 3. -1. We succeed by 3, so we get an evidence here. Or we're going to pull back this Shed of Light with a resourceful. We will expose this concealed mini card. It is a decoy. Great. Second action, move here. Third action, we're going to investigate with old Keyring. Spend an evidence from here. Pay 2 for Shed of Light. And from the Crafty. So this is gone. This is gone. So we get an additional clue from old Keyring, additional one from Shed of Light, and then an additional one from somewhere else. We'll get, so 1 basic, 2 old Keyring, 3 the first Shed of Light, and then the fourth Shed of Light will be from anywhere. which will be this one. Okay, and the old curing goes away. Excellent. Checking on our clues, we have 1, 2, 3. Let me consolidate a little bit. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 3 more clues. Sounds good. All right, enemy phase, nothing happens. Let's go to upkeep. Oh, also we get this evidence because I discovered clues here from anywhere. All right, let us go to upkeep. Kaimani will draw sharpshooter. Gain a resource. Darrow will draw shortcut. Gain a resource. Oh, also Dr. Mylan would have given us a resource too. So we should have 6 now. Okay. 3 Doom on the agenda. This goes away. Kaimani's encounter card is another Tenebrous Eclipse. We will take a picture. Beep. Darrow's encounter card is a Wizard of the Order. So it has Concealed 1. Doopadoo. Here, and then up here, I think. These 2 get shuffled. One of these is the Acolyte, we know. And then Wizard of the Order gets a clue. It's not a Doom. Okay. I think Kamani will go first. Kaimani is going to Underworld Market. Dirty Fighting or Mauser. Don't think I need either of those. And they are going to try and expose. So they're going at 5 to 3 right now. No, we'll use stealth to go 5 to 1. Skull is a -2, so we succeed by 2. We will draw a card with Lucky Cigarette Case. Another Lucky Cigarette Case. Let's expose this one. Acolyte Annie. Okay. That's this guy. That was fast, actually. So now it's their turn. Holy. Let's evade. 5 to 2. -2. Succeed by 1. Nothing to play off that. So we do get one of their clues, and then they will go away. That was our first action. Second action, let's go up here. Oh god, 5 and 3. Free trigger parlay. Take control of 1 clue from a cultist enemy at this location. Then return that enemy to the shadows and resolve its concealed keyword. Okay. So Kaimani can no longer no longer expose, but that's okay. So they have 2 actions left. Also, sorry, they did evade, so we'll use that to gain a resource. I think we'll just draw a card as our second to last action. Daring maneuver, that's good. And then we'll gain a resource. Okay. Daryl, you're going to move up, I think. 11 plus 3 is 14. We need 2 more clues, so we can actually advance. Yeah, it's possible. We're going to investigate. We're 6 to 5. We're going to commit this deduction to go 7 to 5. Tablet is a -3. We fail by 1. We will lucky out of that instead, drawing us a card, which is another resourceful. And we'll get 2 clues. And I believe we have 12, 13, plus 3 is 16. So we do advance. Talisman discovered. If the investigators reach the clue threshold first, attach the twisted anti-prism key to any investigator at the east gate, which is... Wait, what? Oh, cool. So yeah. So we are actually also at the east gate. I just didn't realize that, but we do get it. Okay, twisted anti-prism key. So that is, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, draw one of those cards and shuffle the rest back into your deck. Flip this key to its unstable side. We'll give it to Daryl for now. If the cult reached the clue threshold first, nope. Reveal each concealed mini-card in play. For each enemy's mini-card, remove that enemy from the shadows to that location. Remove each concealed mini-card from the game. So this one is a decoy. So this one... Oh, I forgot to resolve this guy's concealed mini-card. So actually, let me first do that. That guy would have been here, and then these two, it doesn't matter, but... So the Acolyte spawns here, exhausted, and then the Wizard of the Order spawns up there. We'll have it engaged with Kaimani. And then remove all of the mini cards from the game. Yeah. Put the locations from Act 1 that were previously set aside back into play, with Hagia Sophia to the left of the entrance to the Grand Bazaar. These 2 locations are connected to one another for the Cicero. Put Galata Docks into play. So the Galata Docks, you cannot only enter Galata Docks from Galata. As an additional cost for you to do so, you must discard any combination of cards in your hand or assets with your player with at least 3 matching skill icons. And that's to the left of Galata. I'm just going to put it there. If the cult reached the threshold first, nope. Each investigator and cultist enemy loses each of their clues. Okay. Get rid of all the clues. Getting rid of all the clues. Flip the Unveiling Story card over to its other side, removing all clues from it. Advance the act and agenda directly to the chase. It is both the current act and the current agenda. Okay, so we have a bunch of reading to do, so these will go away. And the chase. Okay, the chase. Objective. Get this thing out of here. If an investigator with a twisted anti-prism is at Galata Docks, you may proceed to R1, page 25. Objective. Don't let them get away with the key. If an enemy with a twisted anti-prism is at Galata Docks, proceed to R6. That's bad. Don't do that. This is still here. Oh, we also got a clue from an evidence. Sorry, yeah. That guy's still engaged, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then the unveiling. Unsealing. Each non-weakness enemy gains Hunter, Prey, Investigator with the Twisted Anti-Prism. If the Twisted Anti-Prism is attached to that enemy, it instead gains Patrol Galata Docks. Forced. When one or more Doom would be placed on an enemy, it instead moves and attacks as if it were the enemy phase, without exhausting. Forced. After a non-weakness enemy attacks the Investigator with the Twisted Anti-Prism, attach the Twisted Anti-Prism to that enemy. Unstable side face up, then that enemy shifts it. Reaction. After you evade or defeat that enemy with the Twisted Anti-Prism, take control of the Twisted Anti-Prism, attaching it to your Investigator. Okay. So, I don't believe that this text was active while we spawned the enemies, right? Blah, blah, blah. Real-age card. Yeah, so we could have chosen this to engage with Kamani, which is fine. Okay, that was Daryl's whole turn. So let's go to enemy phase. Damage from the Wizard of the Order. And this guy already. And let's go to upkeep. Kaimani will draw, sneak by. Daryl will draw, gumption. Okay, Doom on the agenda. This also goes away. Kaimani's encounter card is Light Out of Void. Revelation. You must either choose one. Place a doom on the cultist enemy in play with the highest evade, take a damage and a horror. If the investigators possess more clues than the cult, or if it is Act 3, resolve the Revelation ability a second time. Okay. I also just noticed I should have discarded a card during upkeep. So I will discard this Lucky Cigarette case. Play with the highest evade? That would be either one of these. And it would just move and attack us. It has prey. Yeah, so it'll take the thing. So I guess we just take 2 and 2. Okay. 2. And 2. Daryl's encounter card is False Lead. We have no clues, so it gains Surge. Hunting Shadow, we have to take 2 damage, because we have no clues. End of the enemy phase, Doom gets placed on the Wizard of the Order. So instead of the Doom being placed, it just gets done. It happens. So it attacks Kamani, and it also attacks during as if it were the enemy phase, but without exhausting. So it doesn't exhaust. Okay. Daryl. Daryl goes first. I think. Yeah. Daryl goes first. Investigate. 5, 6 to 5. Commit resourceful. I think. Do we have anything? Yeah, lucky 3s are good. 6 to 5. Spend in evidence. 6 to 3. 7 to 3, sorry. Yeah, 7 to 3. -1. Succeed by 3, so we get an evidence on here. We get this clue. Resourceful trigger. I'm going to get back a lucky 3. This one. Alright, and then money from Dr. Mylan. Okay. Daryl's going to shortcut out. Moving here. Force Shroud, 1 for clues. Reaction. After you move to this location, for getting a location, test for agility. If you see move again. Forced after an enemy moves to this location via hunter or patrol, resolve that keyword again. Oh, 2 clues, huh? Do we stay here and try to get the clues? Let me see. I'm going to shift the Twinted Edge Prism. Look at the top 3. Draw one of them. Shuffle the rest back. End of the road. Flashlight. I'll take the end of the road. So we have 2 actions left. Actually, I think it's... We either stay here or we try and get ahead of this Acolyte. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's investigate twice. Or 6 to 4. We're going to use an evidence each time. Ooh. That's a -5. Okay, we'll lucky out of that. Drawing a card, which is another empirical hypothesis. You got this clue. You get a resource from Dr. Mylan, and we'll just do it again. Yeah, I'll commit this empirical and spend an evidence to go 5, 6, 7 to 2. Skull is enough. Alright, that is Daryl's turn. Kaimani, you're going to start by evading the Wizard of the Order. You're going to evade with Sneak By, gaining 2 money. Also, Daryl should have gotten 2 money from 2 successful investigates. You're evading at a 5 to a 2. I think that's it. Yep. Okay. We fail. It doesn't have alert. That's okay. Okay. You're going to evade again. For real this time. 5 to 2. Second action. -2. Succeeded by 1. Free engage. Free evade from stealth. We are evading at a 5 to 0. -2 would succeed by 3. Okay, good. So succeed by 3, lots of things happen. We are going to Lucky Cigarette Case to draw. Sneak attack. I'm going to play Honed Instinct because we succeeded by a test by 3 or more. This guy will get discarded. Oh, we actually succeeded by 5 because I added my book to that. And then Kamani has 3 more actions because that was evade. No, that was a free of yep. 3 actions left because we evaded twice. This was a free evade. So now second action, Grand Bazaar. We have a third and fourth action left. I guess we could actually kill the Acolyte instead. Yeah, so instead, we have 3 actions left, right? So move, evade, 5 to 2. +1, succeed by 4. I didn't trigger pickpocketing last time, but I'll do it now. I'm going to draw a card, get a resource. Another stealth. Fantastic. Fourth action, play stealth. Free trigger on stealth after engaging it to evade at a 5 to 0. Zero. It's dead. Okay, just to confirm that's what happened. So we evaded, moved, evaded. So we actually have 1 more. Because these 2 were free. And we had a Honed Instinct play. And we have Leo DeLuca. Yeah. So then we'll just move over here. Okay. Upkeep. Kamani will draw. Paradimensional Understanding. Flip each stable key you control to its unstable side. That's fine. Gain a resource. Daryl will draw. Scavenging. Gaining a resource. 2 doom out of 3. Kamani will draw. Sinister Aspirant. Okay. Sorry, doesn't go in the shadows. So it spawns here. Daryl will draw. Mysterious Chanting. Okay. So this guy's gonna attack twice. That's bad. Is Karmani dead? Yeah, they are. Huh. Shit. Right? That's a cultist. Oh no. I think Karmani just died. Shit. Was there anything I could have done to stop that? I guess I could have played Honed Instinct. Oh shit. Just double checking. Attacks is for the enemy phase without exhausting. Yeah. Huh. Horror kills Leo. Second horror kills Kamani. Okay. Okay. Mental trauma for Kamani then. That really sucks. I could have done something too. That really sucks. Whew, okay. That really sucks. Huh. How does Daryl get out of this then? We do an evade. That's how we get out of it. Okay. First action, move here. Second action, evade. You're evading with this, committing gumption, 3-0. Okay, we succeed by 3 as well. Get an evidence. Evaded. We're going to play End of the Road. Draw a card. I've got a plan. That will help. Get a resource. We have 2 actions left because that was move evade, so we move twice. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go to upkeep. Daryl will draw another End of the Road. That's phenomenal. This one gets removed from the game. Another resource. This guy, at the end of the interface, was not ready, but he'll ready now. We will advance. Rush for the key. In the dark light of an alien moon, your enemies work tirelessly to escape with the talisman in their possession. Each enemy in play moves and attacks for the enemy phase. If there are fewer enemies in play than the number of investigators, there are not. Flip this card back over. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 matching skill icons. Oh, yeah. Hand or play area, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, encounter card for Daryl. Seeing shadows. That's fine. We'll take a picture of it. Okay, we're going to move twice. 1, 2. See what's up here in Istanbul University. Housing faculties of theology, arts, mathematics, and science, as well as other recent additions, the newly reconstituted university is as prestigious as its campus is beautiful. If there's anywhere in the city you'll be able to find information regarding relics from its past, it's here. Force show 1 per victory 1. You control 1 because include available. Okay, fine. Do we have the time? We might, honestly. I guess we do. Yeah, okay. Investigate. We're investigating 6-4. Spending evidence to go 6-2. I'll commit this scavenging. 7-2. Actually, sorry, before we do all of this, I'm going to play the other end of the road in case it draws us the deduction. No, flashlight. That's okay. Okay, still going. Still committing the scavenging. We have 2 actions left. Okay. Do it again. Commit this flashlight. Spend an evidence. 6-2. Okay. I'm just gonna have it move and engage. It's fine. Take a clue. Take this evidence. That was a -1. We had 6-2. We succeeded by 3. Some more evidence. Okay. Enemy face. This guy will move because he gets a doom on him. And we'll go to upkeep. Yeah. Perception. That's good. Resource. Doom on the agenda. Daryl will draw an acolyte. Any empty location. Right? You should nominate enemy against hunter, prey, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I'm gonna spawn it here, and then he's gonna move once. Okay. Investigate. Commit perception. 5, 6, 7, 8 to 4. Spend an evidence. Go 8 to 2. Okay. Game. Please. I beg you. Fine. Again. 6 to 2. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Third action. Move to Galata. Okay. This guy will move up here. We will go to upkeep. Daryl will draw deduction, of course. 2 Doom on the agenda. Daryl will draw. Fuck me. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have to kill him. That's fine. That's fine. What happens again? Yeah, it moves and attacks. So we take a horror, and that gives it the key. They flip this up back over because there's 2 cultists in play. Yeah, and that was our encounter card. So now we need to kill this guy. We're gonna spend 1, 2, 3. Play I've got a plan, bumping it up by 2 with Crafty. So we are 7 to 2. Tablet, which is a -3. 60 by 2. We will kill the Sinister Aspirant. Take control of its key. Okay. That was first action. Second action, move to Galata Docks. We will discard Deduction, Empirical, and Dr. Myelin, I guess, to enter. Yeah. 5 Shroud, 1 per. You can enter Galadox from Galata. Difficulty, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Victory 1. We have 1 action left. I think we should just go. I don't think we can get these clues. I mean, it's technically possible, but I'm not going to risk it. We're just going to go. There are 2 clues on Galata Dock still. Okay, we get out. R1. Kamani dying is really unfortunate. Once you and AJ are safely out of the city, you seal the talisman back in its case, speaking the proper words to contain its power. As you do, the uncanny eclipse looming over the city comes to a swift end. The cell refused AJ's offer, so we go to R2. You take a moment to look out over the sea and appreciate the beauty in the gentle waves, glimmering with the reflection of the now shining sun. Perhaps you could have trusted AJ more, but you shake your head, filled with grim resolve. No, this relic is something you must protect yourself. Someone else might use it for ill. At least in your hands, you know it's safe. Victory X, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's good. Choose an investigator to become the bearer of the Twisted Anti-Prism and update the campaign log accordingly. I think I'll give it to Daryl, honestly. He could use the card draw. Mark 2 time in your campaign log, and we may embark. So we currently have 26 time. And, yeah. Okay. This scenario was slightly rough. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It's just that ending part. I could have honed instinct to maybe evade it off and not have it attack. But, that's how it goes. We got some more trauma on Kamani, but that's okay. Alright, in the next episode, we're going to be doing a very, very long interlude, I think, because we have some secrets to be revealed. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. It really helps out the channel. This has been SuperFang99, signing off.